Hello, and welcome to Verbling. I'm Teacher Oakley, and at this particular time for the next few days, we're going to be, I'll be hosting a class in Business English. In these classes, including today, we'll pick a topic, more or less, and we're going to look at some vocabulary, related phrases, maybe even a little bit of grammar thrown in there. And then we'll discuss the topic, hopefully using the vocabulary which we will be learning. So we'll do a few exercises and talk in general, and then we'll get to some pointed discussion about today. For example, today's class, corporate culture is the subject we'll be focusing on today. So let me welcome you guys to the class. Do a little microphone check. Hello. Oh dear. My acrylic escapes me. Hello, sir. Your name is in Russian. I can't read it. Sorry. My apologies. Hello. Welcome to the class. Hi.
Hello. Thank you.
What's your name, please?
Vasily.
Vasily. Okay.
Yeah, like this.
Vasily. Okay. Great. Thank you very much. Welcome to the class, Vasily. All right. And David is with us. Hi, David.
Hello.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Good to have you with us. And Hogan. Hello, hello.
Hi, nice to meet you again.
Good to see you again. Yes, absolutely. Okay, let's get started. We're well, actually, before we even start, let's preview a little bit. Vasily, are you currently working? Are you working? Are you a student?
I'm a freelancer.
You're a freelancer. Oh, okay. Well, I was going to ask you about your company, but you don't really have one. You have possibly many. Okay. Well, that'll be interesting later, Vasily. Hold that thought. Okay. Let me quickly welcome V. Hello, V.
Yeah, hello, Oakley. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the class.
Yeah.
And okay, Mustafa has also joined us. Hello, Mustafa.
Hello, teacher.
Hello,
Good to see you today.
Good to see you as well. Okay, our topic today is corporate culture. So I need somebody who works for a corporation because I want to ask a question. David, do you work for a company?
Yes.
You
Yes,
do?
I work. Yes, I do. I work at McDonald's.
Okay. All right. Does McDonald's have a mission statement? Do you know what I mean?
What? No.
A mission statement. Okay, well, I really couldn't talk to you guys about corporate culture without bringing this up. It's a good place to start. I bet they do, actually. I don't know, maybe not. But, okay, a mission statement. A company will frequently have 1, 2, maybe 3 sentences in which they will describe or attempt to describe their corporate philosophy, their corporate culture, their focus, what their strong beliefs as a company is. So a mission statement can frequently be things like, okay, our goal is to, okay, oh, well, Verbling. Verbling's mission statement. Verbling's mission is to empower people all over the world to become fluent in a foreign language. There it is. Well, Verbling has a mission statement, and there it is. So this would be fairly typical. There it is, okay, a one-sentence line that describes the company's basic focus, objective, or philosophy. That's called a mission statement. And many companies will synthesize their most basic idea into 1 or 2 sentences. For example, in Verbling, you guys probably see this every time you click on Verbling, but you don't even pay attention to it. A mission statement is frequently right on the front page of a website. Or if it's not, you're always going to be able to find it in the About Us section of a website. Sometimes you walk into the corporate headquarters and the mission statement will be, you know, on a big plaque or on the wall or something like that. This is very common. Not to be confused with a slogan, okay? Like Nike, just do it. Okay, not really a mission statement, it's a slogan, slightly different. David, now that I've explained it, do you think McDonald's has one of these?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I do too.
Yes. For example, to give a good service to all of our customers all over the world, and to give quality food and to take care about our employees.
Yeah, okay, that's the big three right there. That is usually in the mission statement: to provide excellent service, product, and take care of the employees. That's basically it. All right, good job. You just basically synthesized it to the normal, the usual. Okay. Okay. Hogan, do you work for a company?
Yes, I do.
Big or small or medium?
It's a medium.
Medium-sized
Right.
company. And do you have does your company have a mission statement or a company slogan?
Yeah, we do. I don't exactly remember what is it, but I heard that the integrity, like ethics, so those things are the most important things. We have to take an education every year, like the code of conduct. So we have to finish it. So that's a requirement.
Okay, there you go. I don't remember what is it. You should say I don't remember what it is. Okay. Okay, but right, very obvious. Okay. Well, again, I just met you a week or two ago, but I'd be willing to bet that you do not work in the human resources department.
No, not at all. Yeah,
Correct?
I'm software engineer. I'm writing
Right.
computer
Well, there you
program.
go. The only people in a company who memorize the mission statement are the human resources department
I
people.
guess.
Everybody else just works. You know, we've got jobs to do and things to do. We can't be
That's right.
memorizing philosophy. Right. This is very common. Okay, the ethics, integrity. That's what we're talking about today. The corporate culture, and of course, all corporations claim to be, you know, ethical, obviously, and to have ethical standards. Of course, they say that this kind of things are frequently in the mission statement. V,
Yes,
how about you? Are you working? Or are you a student?
I'm
You're a
working.
student. Oh, you are. Do you work for a
Yeah.
company?
Yes, I was working for a company, but now I'm temporarily unemployed. So
Okay.
yeah, I did work for a company.
And the company that you worked for, was it an ethical company?
Yes, of course.
Of course it was.
It was an ethical one, and but just small company. And actually, I don't remember the slogan or the mission of that, but something related to safety because I worked for a construction company, so safety is very important. And I still remembered a slogan hanging in front of the company's elevation that safety is the first. Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
So,
safety first, something to that.
yeah. So we kept that in mind.
Fact.
Whenever we work for the company, so we need to wear the uniforms when we go out the site.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Labor uniforms.
Okay. Well, there's another element, important element. For example, great. I'm glad I talked to you. All right. Construction can be very dangerous. So, the concern of the company, one of their primary concerns is about safety. So, yes,
Yeah.
that absolutely makes sense. That's one of their priorities. That's part of their corporate culture, is to concentrate on safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, safety equipment, proper training, all that kind of stuff. That's very normal. Okay, very good. Mustafa, you're a student, right?
No, I graduated, but
Oh, you did. Sorry.
yeah, I graduated, but I'm not working for a company right now. But I have seen that before, like a mission statement. Uh,
Yeah.
I have trained in Harry Potter, and I see that like a mission statement of them. But I'm confused, like, what's the difference between, because they have mission and they have a vision.
Yeah. Okay. Vision statement, mission statement. Thank you for bringing that up. Vision statement or mission statement, basically the same thing.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
yeah, I just looked it up on Google and see their mission, and this is like the vision and mission of them.
Oh.
Lots.
Oh,
Yeah,
so they have a vision and a mission statement and some
yeah,
slogans. All right. Obviously, they have a lot of upper level management with way too much time on their hands to
yeah.
come up with all this stuff. Okay, Mustafa, now you're going to be in the job market. You'll be looking for a job. A note about the vision and mission statement and all of this stuff. Frankly, many companies, Western companies, right, English-speaking companies, will have a process when you try to get a job, and you probably are going to have an interview with the HR department, and then maybe later an interview with operations or the people who actually work in the company. Look, learning this, find this before you go to a job interview, particularly the HR department interview. Find this information about the company that you're applying to. Look at their vision, look at it and understand their vision and their mission statement, because I guarantee you that all the HR department people know this stuff inside and out, and they have trainings, special trainings about it. So if you can incorporate some of these ideas into your interview, you're pushing all the right buttons. Use psychology on the HR people because they're using it on you. So use it right back. Push their buttons.
Okay.
And these are their buttons. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very,
I
very easy.
yeah. I bet this is a good idea.
Yeah, it is a good idea. Okay, and Wasu, welcome to the class. Hello, hello. Hi, Wasu. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
Yeah, it's a boring day today.
It's boring. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to do something shocking. Maybe I'll set my hair on fire for you. Okay.
Okay.
Or maybe not. I'll keep you guessing. Okay. Wasu, are you working? You work for a company?
No, I'm student.
You're a student still.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, then we can learn about this. We're going to talk about corporate culture today. Another thing I want to mention, because it's not in the material, because it's never in the material. In business-related learning, you don't hear about it. Wasu, do you have rules in your university? Are there rules and guidelines that you must follow?
Yeah.
Of course there are, naturally.
Yeah.
Of course there are. Now, every company has like an employee handbook. All right.
Mm.
Does your school have like a student handbook of the rules and regulations and safety measures like that?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Yeah, okay, just like a corporation. All right, same thing. Now, every company has these. Most companies, if you're even small or anywhere larger than a very small company, maybe not. If there's only 6 people, then maybe not. But usually all mid-level and large companies have this. Wasu, are there unwritten rules? Are there things that are just not in the student handbook, but everybody knows?
Maybe go to the class on time. Yeah, and
Okay.
don't
Okay.
don't
Good.
eat. Okay.
Good point. Go to the class on time. I bet there's probably one professor where if you go to his class 5 minutes late, he never notices. Okay?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. This is an unwritten rule. You can go to Professor Lee's class 5 minutes late. It doesn't matter. All companies have these unwritten rules. You can spend up to 15 minutes in the bathroom and no one will notice.
There is a class in my university that if I go late, the professor lock the door, and I can't go the door
Ah,
before they check the people in that room.
there you go. That's an unwritten rules. One professor has some idiosyncrasy, something special he does, and you have to know these. You have to learn these unwritten rules. They're not written down in a nice handbook for you. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Part of corporate culture, and we'll talk about it a little later, is understanding and learning the unwritten rules. Things it's not spoken, but you're not allowed to do, like that professor's class, or you are allowed to do, even though the handbook says you shouldn't do it. Everybody does it. Okay. Anyway, all right. We'll get back to all that. I want to look at some vocabulary. I'm going to do a. We'll get back to our discussion, but first I want to look at some exercises here, learn a little vocabulary with you guys, and we can hopefully use it later. All right, starting out with the first one, which we've already talked about as an example. My company / organization has a vision. I know, okay. What goes with I know where it's going. I share its goals. A company, like a person, can have a vision. We just talked about it. A vision, a mission statement, and goals. That's basically its vision is a statement of its goals. And we've already kind of talked about that. Vasily, which phrase on the right matches number 2 here? Can you read that for me?
Okay, we have an entrepreneurial culture.
Perfect. And what phrase does this likely match?
Damn. I don't know, maybe D?
Not really. Okay, let's talk about it a little for a minute here, me and you. Entrepreneurial, what's the meaning here? What does an entrepreneur do?
Entrepreneur is someone who does business, actually a businessman.
True. But even more so, entrepreneurs are interested in startup businesses, new ideas, new products, new companies. Okay? And you can be an entrepreneur. You can like invent something and then put it on the market. Okay? So here he said, okay, this statement says we have an entrepreneurial culture. So he's talking about his company.
Okay, so it seems more like G then.
Right, there you go. We're encouraged to look for new businesses and take risks. What do you think the business is? Can you guess what kind of business that he's probably talking about?
no some new markets like that.
He's looking for new markets, and they're obviously looking
A niche.
Well, yeah, they're looking for niche markets or new markets or a startup market. But startup companies, they're looking for new businesses. So this is probably some kind of an investment firm he works for. So they're looking for new companies to invest in. Okay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that's probably what you're looking at there. Okay. Next one here, David. Number 3.
People in my company are highly competitive. I think is E. We battle each other for promotion and for bonuses.
Yes, indeed. Exactly. Okay, very frequently in English, we use metaphorical expressions and words. We use the same words to talk about war as we use to talk about business frequently. Here is an example. We battle each other. We talk about in the trenches, all kinds of euphemisms or expressions that can be used for actual warfare or are often used in business. Okay, David, all right. McDonald's. Is McDonald's highly competitive for like management jobs, management positions?
Yes, I think, like any other company, I think.
Okay.
You have to battle with many people, but I think when you realize that you can't win, you have to let the other to pass and become his friend. I think.
Okay.
It's the best option.
So you
Don't
can't.
use bad. Don't use bad techniques to ruin the other work. I think.
Okay. So you can't just kill them.
It's
of course
an
not.
option. Yes.
That's no good. That's crazy talk. All right. Are there bonuses?
Yes.
Bonuses?
Yes.
Yeah.
For example, I have a part of my salary is a fixed part, and I have several goals to achieve during the year. And if I achieve these goals, I have more money.
Great. Okay. We could call those incentive bonuses.
Yes.
Okay, so you reach a certain goal, a certain number or something, and you can get an incentive bonus. Yeah, sure. So there's different types of bonuses. Some companies may have an attendance bonus. For example, if you never come to work sick all year long, that maybe they'll give you a bonus for that. Incentive bonuses. There's different types of bonuses, but okay. Moving on. Hogan, number 4. Hogan, are you there?
I'm sorry. Yeah. So my company is pretty bureaucratic. I think it's the C. The boss is autocratic, and we do as we told without question.
Well, that could be or could not be the case. I mean, that it's possible that the company's bureaucratic and the boss is autocratic. Possible, but I think there's a bureaucratic is more concerned with rules and regulations rather than human beings, people. Okay, so if your company's bureaucratic, everyone follows the rules.
Oh, okay. Then in the case, D might be the answer. There are lots of regulations and correct procedures. We are encouraged to do things by the book.
There you go. Okay. Okay. How about you? Would you describe your company as being, is it bureaucratic? Are there a lot of rules that have to be followed? Do people get fired if they don't follow the rules exactly?
Actually, we have a lot of rules for all the employees to follow, but it's not really strictly applied. So,
Okay.
most of the software companies are very liberal, so they just let them do it and not really interfere what they are doing. So,
Okay.
it's what I think.
Right. Okay. So good use. Good. It's fairly liberal. All right. Okay. And we'll look at some other useful vocabulary. Right. I gotcha. I have worked in the companies that are very, very bureaucratic and to the point where they fire really good employees because they break some tiny little rule or slightly break a rule. I hated that. I remember once having to fire my most productive worker, like very more productive 1.5 times day in and day out than any other employee because it was a girl who once a week she would be 5 minutes late. And frankly, she would do 1.5 times the work of anybody else, not just on my team, but on any team. But because she was late 5 minutes a week, they made me fire her, which I thought was insane. But that's what happens in bureaucratic companies. They're more concerned with the rules than they are with actual production. Anyway, obviously, clearly, I have my opinion about that. I think you probably guessed what it is. V, number 5.
Yeah, number 5. My company has a supportive culture. Letter F. When we need them, we are sent on training courses. Every employee has a mentor.
Okay. Your company that you were working in before, V, did they offer training
No,
courses?
no,
It did not.
yeah. So they have we had a supportive culture.
Okay. Unsupportive would be the negative.
Yeah.
UN prefix. An unsupportive culture. Okay. Well, that's not good. Yeah. Well, that's not good. Okay, that's something which I think is great for companies to offer training. I think it's an investment, and I think it, depending on the training and the individual cases, but I think very often it pays back dividends. What do you think, V? What is your opinion about?
Yeah, sure. Because my latest company was my third one, and before I used to work for 3 companies, and I think the first is very bureaucratic, the first one, and the second is a supportive one because they trained us very carefully before we started our jobs.
Hmm.
So I think it is like I have a variety of companies in my career so far. So yeah, sometimes it is interesting because I can experience those types of companies that I can draw um, my experience to choose another better in the future.
Right, or even better, V, start your own.
Yes, and so.
Yeah, and yeah, I agree with you. I think it's not a bad thing to work in a number of different companies because it does expose you to different corporate cultures, and you can kind of see what I think. Companies are like people, and they kind of have personalities. I mean, that's basically what we're talking about here. And
Mhm.
the fact is that we're all different. We don't all enjoy the same thing. You and
Yeah,
I may
sure.
prefer to work in a different style
Hmm.
of company. Sure,
Yeah. So the
absolutely.
point that we cannot fit in ourselves with them. So it doesn't matter they're all bad, just that we cannot fit in. So we need to find another way to to find another company more suitable for us.
Absolutely, I agree. Just like you cannot be friends with every single human being on the earth.
Yeah,
right?
But I can with you, so I
Right.
think so.
Okay.
Because I still remember that some weeks ago you sang some songs, and I think we have a common point that we love the music, even though that your voice is not like a real singer, but I really enjoy it.
V, what are you talking about? My voice is not like a real singer. I am wounded. Okay. Anyway. All right. Okay, I'm gonna move on. That was very
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, let me quickly welcome Ken to the class. Hi, Ken.
Yes,
How are you?
hello. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks. I'll talk to you a little bit more in detail in just a couple minutes here. First, let me talk to Mustafa for a second about number 6. What
Okay.
does that match up with?
See, the boss is accurate, autocratic, and we do as we are told without question.
Yeah. Okay, my company has a controlling culture. Yeah, the boss is autocratic. Autocratic. First syllable stress. Autocratic. Autocratic.
Autocratic.
I'm sorry, third syllable stress. Autocratic.
Autocratic.
Yeah. Okay, so he's autocratic. What does that mean?
I guess we can find the definition from D. Do things by the book.
Yeah,
He,
okay,
he,
well,
he likes to do things by the book.
well, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's thrown out the book. Basically, he just wants you to do whatever he says, no matter how
That,
stupid it is.
that, so that he likes to bussing around.
Yes, basically, he's the equivalent of in politics. He is basically a tyrant, a king. Uh, yeah, basically, yeah. You're not allowed to question them. Believe me, these are not fun people to work for.
Exactly.
Not at all.
Like there's teacher, like there's I think there is we can say like proverb, yeah, something like that. So it says like the employee don't leave the bad company, they leave the bad boss.
Ah, okay. Okay. What is that? Not really a proverb. I have heard that before. Yeah, it's a saying. It's a saying, I guess. All right. An employee doesn't leave a bad company. He leaves a bad boss. There's another one about people don't stay at a company, they stay with their friends or something like that. Yeah, and it's interesting in polls that have been taken, whatever, articles and some studies that have been done that I have read consistently show the most important thing for people about their job is usually the people they work with, not actually their job, not even the money, not their boss, not the actual work, but their co-workers and friends at work. Quite interesting. But yeah, boss is autocratic. That's a tough one, man. I can't do it actually because I've got way too big a mouth, and if sooner or later, I've had bosses like this, and sooner or later, frankly, it comes to an end because I can't shut up. If I see something wrong, if I see there's a better way to do something, I'm going to say it. Can't help myself. And that makes autocratic leaders very angry when you criticize them, usually. So, yeah, not a good situation for myself. I've got way too big a mouth. Wasu, number 7.
Yeah, my company is quite informal. Okay, the last one, A.
Yeah, it doesn't have a dress code. What is a dress code, Wasu?
Maybe it's like the number that um, let's speak for each employee, I guess.
What? Say what? Okay. Well, Wasu, here it is, right here. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. A dress code. Here it is. Number 2, a set of rules for what you can wear and what you can't wear.
Okay.
Is a dress code. Okay. Does your school have a dress code? Do you have to wear a uniform?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, there you go. Your school has a dress code. Okay. So, okay, most companies, this is very, very common for schools, yes, sometimes, and for businesses to have a dress code. You know, for example, maybe you have to wear a tie, or you can't wear, obviously, I mean, often it's more about what you can't wear. You can't wear blue jeans. You can't wear a t-shirt. You need to wear a shirt with a collar, things like that. Okay. A person who gives another person help and advice over a period of time is a mentor, okay, like a teacher at your job, a coach or a teacher, a mentor in the business world. Personally, I've never experienced that, but I've heard of it before. For example, having a mentor for new employees or for probationary employees. Some companies, this doesn't happen in the United States, but in some countries you have a probation period. You get hired and you're 6 months on probation, which means basically there's a contract, they can fire you whenever they want. Anyway, I've heard of this before where they might have a mentor for probationary employees, but okay, haven't really experienced it. What word did we look at with maybe in the well, the information we were just looking at? What's another word for aims? Ken, do you know? I can.
Yes, a set of rules for what you can work. Well, aims. Usually aims means purpose or target.
Right. Aims or goals. We often talk about a company's goals or aims.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been talking about corporate culture. Yeah. Ken, the company that you work for, is it big, small,
How
medium,
can I say?
middle
Yeah.
size?
I used to work in a small company,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, now I'm in a kind of big, not big, but yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Does your company have goals or aims, and do you know what they are?
Yeah, yeah, I think most company has a goal or aim. It could be a small goal or a long-term achievement goal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. And are they stated like, I don't know, in a mission statement or a vision statement?
In my company, no, but yeah, I heard some company do such kind of,
Uh-huh.
board on the board or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or,
it's instructions on the board. Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes it's posted, or maybe it's even on their letterhead or
Yeah.
on their website. Well, do you know what a letterhead is?
Letterhead, maybe the kind of the slogan-like thing above that letter. I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah. When a company has maybe its logo
Yeah.
and a slogan, I'm sure if you got a letter from McDonald's, it would have the big M on there, and
Mhm.
you know uh,
Yeah.
most likely
Mhm.
would have maybe their corporate headquarters address and things like that. Okay. Okay. Which word that we just looked at? Oh, let me quickly welcome Nader to the class. Hello, Nader. How are you? Okay. You're okay. You're using the chat box. Gotcha. Alrighty. Well, nice to have you here anyway. Okay, I'll talk to you in a little bit. We're going to probably do another exercise. All right, real quick here. Vasily demands total obedience from the staff. Which word was that? Do you remember?
Yep. So it's someone who should abide to all the rules.
Okay. Yes, obedience.
Being obedient is abiding all rules without, I don't know, any quarrel.
Okay, without any quarrel, without any question. All right, but somebody who demands total obedience is autocratic.
Yep, autocratic.
Okay, all right. Have you ever had an autocratic boss?
Well, I almost never worked for a boss. I was a freelancer for all my life.
Cool. Oh, good for you. Okay. That's great. Freelancer what, if you don't mind my asking? Not to be
A designer and an educator.
Cool. Okay. Great. All right. So yeah, when you're a freelancer and you work for yourself, it's hard to be autocratic on yourself. Tell yourself what to do. Okay. I am my own hard boss. Okay. By the way, okay, you're self-employed if you're a freelancer, like in that case. David. Okay, you and I talked about this. Extra money given as a reward are, in fact, bonuses.
Yes.
All right.
Bonuses. Yes.
All right. Okay. How about, all right, we already talked about that a lot. How about follow the rules exactly? Well.
I can't remember the word.
Okay. We often use the expression by the book. You do everything by the book.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Okay. We work by the book. Everything is done by the book, like that. Okay. Hogan, what is this view of how the company will be in the future?
I think it is vision.
Yes. Or sometimes a vision statement will give this view, or sometimes a mission statement. But yes, vision. Okay. And then involving risk-taking is, of course, we talked about entrepreneurial. Okay.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
but I don't know what's the difference exactly between freelance and entrepreneur.
Between freelance and what?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneurial. Okay, freelance means that, for example, a freelance designer, freelance photographer, just to make it easier, let's say photographer. If I'm a freelance photographer, I can, take my pictures of whatever, a war zone or in a disaster. I take my pictures and I can sell them to Wall Street Journal, to CNN, to Al Jazeera. I can sell them to whoever. You don't have a specific company. That's it. Thank you. Okay. So you can literally kind of work for different companies. An entrepreneur is somebody who tries to develop their own product or service, or often start their own company. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's the idea there. Oops. Oops. Okay. Let's take a look at something here. I'm gonna a little more vocabulary to look at with you guys. Hang on. Okay. Here's some common words and that we use a little bit more metaphorical or idiomatic, but commonly used in the business world. So I'd like to introduce them to you. Okay, V. The first one is done for us, but which one does it match? Cutthroat is fierce, not involving consideration or care about any harm caused to others. A cutthroat business is one in which you really don't worry about your competition, whatever. Okay. V, backup. What is that referring to?
I used to know that backup is like supporting someone, but in this case.
Oh, you're right. There it is.
Oh, where?
Yeah, it's there.
Support J, letter J.
Yeah, right. So yes, backup. If you have backup, you have support. You probably heard this if any of you guys have watched like a police drama in English. Oh, send for backup. The criminals are in the building. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very literally, they're asking for extra people to back them up when they break down the door to catch the criminal, whatever. All right, but you can have backup or support at work. You have an injury here. Don't understand. Okay, get-togethers. Okay. Mustafa, what's a get-together?
Get together. Let us see. Not sure. Get-togethers. I know the literal meaning. Get together, like become like a one unit.
Kind of. Not really. Okay, now we're looking at it here in the business world. What's that? Yeah, I think you got it. That's it. Okay, now I can say it to you, Mustafa, in a personal way. If I say, hey, I'm having a little get-together at my house this weekend. Yeah, we're going to do some barbecue. So I'm inviting you and maybe, I don't know, 6 or 8 other people to a barbecue at my house, a little get-together. When we talk about it in the corporate world, we're talking about, oh, we had a little get-together at lunch, for example, on our lunch break. So something like that, where you have kind of lunch together, probably would be the norm. But okay, we can call that a kind of a get-together. Okay. Next one, Wasu.
Sink or swim.
Yeah, sink or swim. What does that refer to?
I have no idea.
Sink or swim. Can you guess?
Okay, sink or swim. Maybe success or fail.
Absolutely.
Or help from anyone else.
Good guess. Okay, so for example, an unsupportive corporate culture where people are not really properly trained will basically ask the employees to sink or swim. Either you figure it out or you don't. So they don't bother to really do careful training. They have a sink or swim philosophy in their company. Also, not a lot of fun, as you could probably guess. Very frustrating to be in such a situation. It really makes you feel bad. Hopefully, you won't have to experience it. Lawsuit. Ken, red tape. What is red tape?
Red tape. Something. Something. Let me think. Let me feel struggle. Responsible to the government?
I don't think so. I know why you're saying that, because you're thinking about bureaucracy, and we
Yes.
often associate red tape with the government. Yeah, yeah. It's not a very good definition here, frankly. It's not very good.
Okay. Paperwork?
Yeah, paperwork. Yeah, be careful of that, Ken. Don't say paperworks.
Work.
Never can have an S with paperwork.
Uh,
Yeah,
Mhm.
not very good definition here, paperwork. But red tape is like extra paperwork. Okay, that you have to get anything done.
Mhm.
In the corporate world, if your corporation has a culture of bureaucracy and red tape, for example, OMG, I worked for a company where seriously I just had to get permission to an intranet file. Okay, I just needed permission to get into one file. One time I needed one piece of information, and I would have to actually fill out a form that would take 20 minutes to fill out, and then I would have to submit it to the IT department, and they would analyze and prioritize my one request, and then it would take up to 2 weeks before they spent all of 10 seconds to give me the password. Ridiculous. Red tape, bureaucracy. That was the system. I hated that. Have you ever had such experiences?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. Universal is almost like a bureaucratic world, so a lot of documents were required.
Whenever I had to get anything done from IT, I literally would go hold his hand. I would go to the IT office and hold someone's hand and say, I am not letting go of your hand until you take care of this problem. It's only going to take you 2 minutes.
Yeah,
And you're stuck with me.
also, getting visa require a lot of red tapes.
Right. Okay. Getting a visa, anything you do with the government will require red tape. Sometimes getting registering your car or getting a driver's license, etc. Yeah. Okay.
I have a question about the red tape.
Yeah. Sure.
Do you know why it is called red tape, not other colors, but red?
Good question. No, but I wish I knew. Do you know?
No, I don't
I
know.
don't
I'm
know.
asking you.
That's a very good question. I thought maybe you were asking me a rhetorical question. You're going to tell me. No, I don't know, but I've never thought about it. That's a great question. I have no idea. Okay. Nader, publicly accountable. Which letter is that can be defined with? What does that match? Nader, are you there?
I thought he said BRB, I think. I'm not sure.
What?
He writes one.
He did? I missed it. What did he write? Oh, okay. Okay. Publicly accountable means that you're accountable in public. Accountable means that if you do something wrong, then you can be possibly brought up on charges. Okay. So, okay, I guess here we're talking about responsible to the government. Now, accountable is a word we throw around a lot, not away, throw around a lot. You're accountable to your stockholders, you're accountable to your employees, and you're publicly accountable to society. I don't really like this, responsible to the government. It's more like responsible to society. To, not pollute the environment, to not cheat on your taxes, things of that nature. Okay. Vasily, back to you. Streamlining. What is the meaning of that?
I think it's making more efficient.
Yes, a very common word. You streamline a process. That's right. Okay, maybe get rid of some red tape. Yeah, for example. Okay, Sasha, welcome to the class. Although there's only a couple minutes, but thanks
Oh,
for coming.
sorry. I
Hi.
Hello. I missed the time.
Oh, it's okay.
But
Uh,
I thought it's starting. It is starting.
okay.
It's okay.
.com. What is a .com, Sasha? Since you're here, which meaning? What do we
Uh,
in business talk? What do we
so
call it?
it's not it's okay. Actually, it's the end of the internet address, but I think it's not the
Yeah,
literal
but
meaning.
we use it in business sometimes. We actually say it's a .com. What is this ABC company? Oh, it's a .com. We can say that just to mean that it's some internet-based company.
No. Okay.
Okay. Okay, and that's it. It's kind of slangy, but there it is. And okay, David, a yardstick. Best measure what?
A standard by which you can judge the success of something.
Yes, absolutely. So, for example, your bonus, probably you get your bonuses based on some kind of yardstick, amount of sales or net sales, gross sales, what have you. Okay, some kind of
Yes.
scale is a yardstick. And last, Hogan, what's the rat race?
Yeah, that's struggle of individuals in the competitive environment.
Yes, it is. Do you ever feel like you're part of the rat race?
No, I
You're
don't really.
stuck in the rat race?
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, good for you. If you do, it may be time to change things. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you, everyone. Hopefully, I'll see you in class again tomorrow. We'll do more business English. Thanks a lot.